Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Schwinghammer's channel. Hope you all are doing so well. Everything my new background. That last week, but this is it all the way up. Yeah, it's kind of cute. I like it, so I can adjust the height and you can see different decorations and different heights. Moons, isn't that cool? Excavating moon. But anyway, hope you're having a wonderful day today. And I have been sharing about The One Thing, which is a book by Gary Keller. I got to meet with Nancy Taylor this week, and we will be seeing her video come out tomorrow. So I'm really excited for you all to see. She has a new fitness channel that she has created, and look up Nancy Taylor Fitness and you should see her channel come up. Yes, so let me know in the chat how you are. Say hi, hello. I'll keep kind of both windows open. I'm be talking a little bit later with maybe, I guess, we'll pop in. And so, not Nancy Taylor, but somebody else. Somebody else is great. But I invited him last minute, my dad, to come in, see if he wanted to come in and chat. So yes, how about one thing? I want to continue talking about how we can manage our time wisely and how we can structure our lives so that we can be most productive. I'm going to pull up the chat here to make sure I am watching that too. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Otherwise, it could be a little tricky to do multiple screens, yeah? So, okay. I hope you're all, say hello in the comments, or you can say hi to me later if that works better. So, just filling up the comments now. I did label it holiday plans again, but hi, Madam Minima. So great to see you. Yeah. What are you up to? What have you been up to lately? I'd love to hear. Madam Minima, you can check out her channel too. She talks about issues that are important to the public, but also her main thing is minimalism and how being minimalistic. And so she has a lot of great videos, and I love her editing style. It's so creative with just she'll organize a certain space. So it could be the bedroom area or cabinet area, and it's inspired me sometimes to like go through some of my things and decide what do you want to keep, save or donate or throw or recycle. And yeah, so check out her channel if you like minimalism and that sort of thing. It's I think it's going to be something that's very lasting for many generations to come. It's nice that we're kind of going back to a simplistic, that it's cool to be simplistic. It's cool to be, very purposeful with the things we have and that sort of thing. I think that's really great. Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, Garrett, it's my husband. Yeah, we're willing to be going to my dad's house, but we'll see what we can do over the virus and stuff. It's like, hope it all works out. Everybody's healthy and yep. So I'm checking the chat again too. So yeah, and my dad will be welcoming us on Zoom here soon. And I have a couple quotes that I heard from the podcast. So check out The One Thing, Gary Keller. He is very good at talking about how to be purposeful in your life and focus in on one thing. So I have a couple quotes that I took to myself here. So the first one is, let's see, to help him. My dad, get in. There we go. Thank you for waiting. So the first quote is just, our work does not deserve to be any less. We need to respect our time, even though we're not doing brain surgery at that moment or something like that. That seems like their work is so much more important. I don't know. I don't need to structure my time maybe right now because it doesn't seem to be as important. But we need to really, even though we may not be doing brain surgery or something like that, it's important to respect our current time and to benefit us and those around us and not dividing the focus. So the importance of being focused. He said that we have a new thought coming about every 14 seconds. And so if we have a thought coming, every 14 seconds, which is crazy to think about. So we have that much opportunity to become distracted. All of a sudden, another thought. And so people that work at businesses, often they're on their computer all day long. Yeah, thank you. Here, say hi. Hi. There's Esther. Bring me some food. I'll eat this when we're done. Thank you. They're right there. Esther. Thank you. Oh, you close the door. Thank you. Like just teach them a little bit of Chinese. I just taught them how to say thank you. It's like sheshe. You just say thank you, sheshe. You can try it at home if you want. Sheshe. So I'm going to check on the video here. Okay, so you have so much opportunity to become distracted. And I was saying that those that multitasking, it's really just doing two things unwell. So a good example they said was that if you're talking to somebody, let's say you're putting your makeup on, sometimes all that works, when if I'm talking to my husband and doing my makeup or something at the same time, or sometimes or maybe I'm just doing both slightly unwell. Not that we can't multitask, but to just think that when we're doing two things, that it might be the quality of something is going to go down. So if I'm trying to do this and this, they talked about when you're driving a car, and this is even before they came out with laws about having your hands free from the phone, but that studies that came out that they were significantly like 40% less when you're on the phone, they were texting, their acuity was diminished to 40% while driving. So they're missing 60% basically of what's going on around them when they were texting and driving. So that's why many states here in the US, and probably similar, my guess is over in Europe, that it's against the law to even have the phone in your hand, even calling someone. So we're in a border state. So one state you can't have your phone in your hand to talk on the phone, and another state you can. And so great way to do it is just put your phone in the little clip thing, and you can put it on speakerphone. Do it that way. And I'm helping him. Let's see. Yeah, welcome to come on in, Dad. Let's see. All right. So, yeah, what are some things that you find yourself doing that you're dividing your time between two things? One thing I talked with Nancy Taylor last week is just that when she's trying to work or with kids and trying to blend them, it never goes too well. And at times I'm trying to do that too. At times when I try to do that too, that the quality time with my kids of homeschooling, goes down if I try to ever blend in, like, okay, I'm gonna work on this for a second while you're doing that. No, the kids know when you're not paying attention and that sort of thing. So just totally shutting off your phone. I found that there's on the phone you can put it into work mode or me time. I'm not sure what the me time is, but I put it into work mode, or even try structuring my editing of the video. Okay, I'm gonna edit for 20 minutes. I put a timer on, do nothing else, just edit. Not check email, nothing. So the people that were at work and if they're having interruptions of your phone vibrating, of all these different things happening, your phone is vibrating, it's telling you a notification of your email, maybe Facebook is sending you a notification, or something to do with that happened before, you're not really doing anything well. And so focusing on that one thing that you want to do that day and remembering that, but then taking a step farther, that when you're trying to get your things throughout the day, things that are important, you think that we would focus on them completely, but we don't always know. We let other things slide in, so, and distract us. Madam Minima says constantly switching between tasks, roughly devote your attention to one task for 20 minutes before switching the other. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know it was the Pomodoro technique. That's great. So I have doing technique with not even realizing it. And so I find that when it's hard for me to focus, I was having trouble focusing because everybody else was asleep, and I was going to stay up a little bit longer and do some editing. Like, okay, I'm going to work for 20 minutes and then watch 5 minutes of something entertaining in between. And it worked. It did work. I could do, and then during that 5 minutes that I had off, I was actually thinking about also the issues that's coming across while editing, or a problem I want to fix, or something I wasn't sure on. And usually when I came back from that 5-minute break and came back to focus again for the 20 minutes, I knew how to fix the issue, and it worked even faster, made less mistakes then in the editing process, which is kind of cool. So let's see. I'm gonna send the link here. I didn't do the best job at, oh yeah, I should Google it. That's a great idea. I'm just sending this to, there we go, hang on. Yep. So what are some other ways that has helped you focus? I'd love to hear how you all focus. There's the technique like Madam Minima's, or what you can do for 20 minutes, just focusing. When I'm not doing editing work, if I'm trying to clean something, like, okay, we're going to work for 10-15 minutes, I'm going to clean it for that time. I usually end up going longer, probably 2-3 times longer, which when the kids are asleep, it's great, because then I think you underestimate your productivity level. Some people, there's this thing called the 7 life languages. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but it's great to learn about if you haven't. And you can take a little test and see if you're this kind of like the personality test, but it has to do also more with like motivation and how you're motivated. So there are 7 life languages. There's a doer, the person who likes to do things for other people, who's very good at action in their life. That might be more of an analytical sort of person. There is a responder. They're the feelers of this world, the person that wears their emotion more, if you want to say, on their sleeve, and are very sensitive to others. They're very good at caring for others. And so they think first through their emotions. You can either feel, think, or do. And so those 7 life languages, depending how they add up after your test, and how much percentage you're one of the other, well, all of them. But one might be higher than other, kind of depending on who you are as a person, but also maybe what's going on through your life right now and your circumstances. So I would, and there's talk more about them here. So welcome. The other, well, all of them, but one might be higher than other. Hello. As a person, you can turn down the YouTube video. That'd be great. Talk more about them here. So, yeah, there you go. Hi, how's it going?
Almost there. Hey.
There you go. Hey, thank you for joining me at such late notice.
Thank you.
I know you have to go soon. How much time do you have? Do you have about 8 minutes?
10 to 15 max. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll let you go.
You're looking good today. Colorful too.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You're sweet. Yeah. A lot of fun stuff. So I'll be watching the chat here too. This is my dad, everybody. He likes to come in. And so Madam Minima says, my environment, my office has to be quiet, otherwise I can't focus. That's a good, that's good. Kara says, I leave my phone in my jacket. Yep, I can't find our phones are so addicting these days. Just check things. So how do you get things done?
Me?
Yeah, Dad, what is your secret for accomplishing work?
Like the one lady just said a little earlier, get rid of distractions as much as possible. I can't listen to the radio.
Madam Minima.
Yep. I can't listen to the news. I can't do anything else. And the timer thing they mentioned about the Pomodoro, that's a very good idea because that really helps you stay disciplined. I learned about that from my son, Ben. Yep. Good stuff.
You set timers?
Yep. Have a goal, have a deadline. Deadlines are great. If you can get ahead of the deadline, that's really very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But having a list of to-dos and do the most important thing first, that's very helpful too. Yeah. Yeah. And then if you don't get the whole list done.
About the life languages and how that maybe impacts our productivity and how I find myself, I was explaining just a little bit of, I do want to talk more about the Gary Keller book. I think I'll keep talking about it until I'm finished listening to the book each week, but talks about managing your time. But the 7 life languages, I talked about the responder, how they feel things, and the doer, very much doing oriented. And then the influencer is someone who is very good, kind of like the life of the party, somebody who likes to chat a lot, but they're very good at inspiring people. So the influencer, this influencer term wasn't taken from what we'd call now the influencer, but it kind of makes sense, I guess. And the mover is just somebody who, mover and shaper are both leadership type roles. The shaper likes to organize not only their own life, but everybody else's life around them. The mover is a leader and somebody who's not afraid to share their opinion. And so the responder would be more like, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm the responder first, very strongly so. And my mover and shaper are more towards the end of my list. So I struggle with times motivation of, okay, let's just do it now and get past the emotion of whether I'm tired, or occasionally if I have fear come up and I'm thinking about something I'm afraid about, I'll actually put to somehow, I don't know, to fail somehow. That's one reason why I didn't edit for such a long time, because I was afraid I was going to fail, afraid I couldn't do it right, afraid I was anything like that. So, Madam Minima says, hi, Thomas, greetings from Luxembourg.
Yeah. Hello to you.
He says, deadlines are great, but you should be disciplined not to procrastinate until the very last minute.
Oh, yep.
True. So so Dad, for you, do you find that the life languages, how do they influence how you're productive?
I remember going through that years ago, and my wife, she did too, and she remembers hers exactly what hers are, and I don't. But I do remember her saying about mine, just that I have a little bit of each of them. I've spread out over the whole thing, and maybe one or two slightly higher, but not much. And that was very helpful for what I do. And I just remember that. And she's more of, I think, a shaper and a mover, and as being her first ones. But I don't remember the rest of mine.
I think your doer is higher up there. So you're kind of like, you do things a lot. And you kind of, some of the times in the way you show your love to us, that might be kind of more the love language too, is you do things for us, which is helpful.
Yeah, you can learn.
Not that we have to do something for us to receive love.
You can learn a lot about a person by, if you are familiar with that a little bit, you can learn a lot about their love languages by how they love you, whether it's by touch or by gift giving or whatever it might be. Yeah. I've noticed that with some friends.
I think both of you have mover up there too. So my mover is down at the bottom. And so I think that's one reason why growing up in high school, when your mom might say something and be like that hurt, like inside, but it was just the truth about something. It wasn't mean, but I just function more through the emotion of like, let's hang out, let's party, not actually party, but how about fun. And your influence, my guess, is high in some ways too, just because you can be very bouncy and animated with the kids. Yeah. Oh, contemplator is one that somebody who they think first, so they may think when they're, before they do something, they may think about it,
reflect on it,
then they might feel it if they're a responder or influencer, and then they'll do it. So because my doer and stuff is last, I feel first what I think about the task. Then I think about, okay, how am I going to get it done once I process through the emotion, and then I act. Others that you might see, like, why are they making mistakes of just like saying whatever they want and whatever just seems so in your face? Well, they're probably a mover or shaper first, and they're just doing first, and then thinking about it later, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, and then feeling like, oh, that was bad, wrong thing to say. But it can be also good things, and they're good leaders and taking charge and not, so that can be a good thing too. Just that they're not afraid to take action, where somebody like myself might take action and rather kind of follow.
I noticed that your two brothers, both younger, they're contemplators. I learned that from my wife. She was teaching me this when we went through those love languages years ago, or whatever they were. What do you
life
call them?
Languages, yeah.
Life languages. Yeah, all these languages.
Two separate things: the life languages and then the love languages.
Well, when I understood that, it wasn't that they were rebelling. It wasn't that they were bad kids or anything. It's just that they were different. And if you can learn to understand somebody's life language or whatever, then you can better be patient and understanding, because you'll take them where they're at and know it's not their fault. It's just the way they are, and maybe they can grow too. Can all grow, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that helped me when I learned about the life languages, understand my family better. For one, just understanding why somebody talks maybe like the way they do, or like, oh, okay, it's not that. It helped me understand somebody who's more moverish or stronger with their speech, is that they just don't communicate the exact way that I do. And so with structuring my time and thinking about the one thing that I want to get done, I realized about myself that sometimes I just need to get through that emotion first, allow myself to process it, then through the fear or whatever it is, or maybe I'm hungry or thirsty or getting that for me, or maybe I just need a quick nap, and then processing to the action part.
The quick nap helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So I have to go soon, and I know you do too. But thank you for being a last minute guest.
You're welcome.
Something I'm working on is getting better at not procrastinating too in that area.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. You have a great rest of the day, and keep on being thankful, huh?
Yes, and today last weekend we had a great friend and somebody who passed away that was older, but so that's why my dad has to go. Yep, they're doing an online service.
Virtual service.
Yeah, virtual service.
Yeah.
So pretty cool as well with that, and he's a dear man of God, loved by many.
Love ya.
Pastor Klug.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Thank you for joining me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.